We're talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson again. Why? Because I need something to do and I've got no content ideas for tonight. No, in all seriousness, Jake Paul just went on his brother's podcast, and on the podcast he responded to the claims that the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight was rigged. So we're going to take a look at that. There's also rumours that there was rules embedded within the contract that prevented Mike Tyson from throwing certain shots. But before we do, this video has been circulating the internet as undeniable proof that the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight was rigged. Let's take a look at it and see what we think.
This is proof the Paul brothers rigged their fights. In the first round of the Mike Tyson fight, Mike was getting to Jake and landing some shots until this clinch. Well,
first off, Mike Tyson only landed like 19 total punches the entire fight, and I think in the first round he landed 2 or 3. So even when Mike was doing his best, he still wasn't doing too great. Why? Because he's 58. Check out this, what he says next.
Until this clinch. People are saying in this clinch, Jake asked Mike to calm down, similar to how Logan asked Floyd to calm down during their fight. And Mike...
Who's saying that? The guy just said. People said that Jake Paul told Mike Tyson to calm down. Who's the people? Because all I'm hearing is he said, she said.
And Mike agreed by tapping Jake on the shoulder.
I mean, this is reaching a little bit now. That tap on the shoulder was because the ref separated them. So Mike was, it's just what fighters do. They'll tap each other as if to say, okay, let's reset.
So Mike began to pull his punches and avoid countering Jake. If you don't believe me, here's a video of Jake Paul admitting boxing is rigged when he first started.
You know, I've been in this sport for a year now, and like, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but all of this shit's fucking rigged. You know, you see people whining and dining each other. You see people at Staples Center. The sport's rigged, for sure. 100%.
So you want undeniable proof that the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight was rigged? Right, here's a video of Jake Paul 6 years ago saying that he thinks boxing's rigged. Undeniable proof! That doesn't mean anything. The internet is dumb, and unfortunately, most people in the comments of this video believe this video.
This would explain why Mike said in an interview that he doesn't care about his legacy and he's only looking out for the future of his family.
Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me when I'm gone? Somebody this maybe a grandkid.
This video is reaching a lot. I mean, this is also bullshit. If he only wanted to, dead emoji. So what you're going to do is take a clip of Mike Tyson when he's 58 years old. He's getting jabbed in the face by a younger, bigger, jacked, juiced up Jake Paul. And you're going to compare that to Tyson in his prime when he was an absolute monster, just throwing and swinging shots willy-nilly with a lot more skill, a lot more balance, had stronger legs, had his feet under him. And then we've all seen the clips going round of Mike Tyson going to throw the right hand and he pulls it and he doesn't throw it, and people are saying he could have punched Jake there. Once again, that's not proof of a rigged fight. In fact, when you've got this many punches coming at you, it's hard to let your hands go.
Or is Jake Paul going to be able to live the 2-minute rounds? Tyson requested the 2-minute rounds, wanting to see more action. He just landed the overhand right, testing the beard of Paul early.
Paul has hit him too, so they're both are trading punches now.
Now, Mike had a little bit of success in that first round and the second round slightly. But then in the third round, when Jake wobbled Tyson, that's when it all went downhill from there. Right, now let's listen to Jake Paul's response to the fight being rigged. Jake responds to the haters.
Well, people are just really hating right now. Like the haters are running wild.
What are you saying to the feedback on the fight that you're getting?
I'm not saying anything.
Nothing.
I don't need to say anything. You know, the people who understand the greatness of it and, you know, have their own lives and are happy with themselves, they're going to just show respect and show praise. It's the haters who are jealous and don't have anything going on in their sad and miserable lives, and they want to bring the whole event down and Mike down and me down and all of these things.
What if it's not as deep as that for some people?
I'm glad Logan said that, because you can actually even be a Jake Paul fan and still ask these questions of, is this fight rigged? There was some fishy stuff going on here. I wouldn't even consider me a Jake Paul hater. Am I his biggest fan? No, not at all. You know, just because you're asking the questions doesn't mean that you're a hater and you hate your own life. Granted, there are people out there who are like that, who've got nothing going on in their own lives, and they put so much energy into commenting on Instagram and TikTok, rigged, Jake Paul, I'm going to send you a message.
What if some people just think it was not that entertaining of a fight?
I mean, what do they want? They just want me to lose. That's the only way they would have thought it was entertaining.
I think there's a world where some people definitely wanted you to knock out Tyson.
Right.
You know? And I know,
Yeah, but of course,
and I know
but this
people were
is fighting.
disappointed
This
in
is
him
fighting.
as well.
This is the sport. It's like, okay, yeah, sometimes there's going to be NFL games where they score, 10 points each, and then
Yeah.
it's fucking boring. Like, what do you want? Like, that what happened. All possibilities are there when you go into a fight. So,
But they're saying Mike tricked them.
and then if I would have knocked Mike out, then they still would have hated it and been
Yeah.
like, Jake's a fucking asshole. Like, they're literally just finding a reason to hate on any part of it. So it's not just as simple as like, oh, I didn't like that.
I also agree that even if Jake Paul would have KO'd Mike Tyson, they would have said that it was rigged. And that's why this was always going to be a lose-lose fight for Jake. People have also said that every single one of Jake Paul's fights is rigged. That narrative isn't new. And I personally don't think any of them are rigged. I just think he's choosing retired, old, past the prime opponents. That's it. It's a simple explanation. Occam's razor. If you know, you know.
Some people were disappointed in Mike's performance. They thought Mike would give more. Because you see these videos of him going crazy hard on those pads, doing
Yeah.
that shit.
Yep. And people are like, oh, it's rigged because look at him on the pads, but he didn't do this in the fight. Because someone is fucking punching back, you dumb fucks. Like,
Exactly.
you don't realize my power.
That is true.
And my jab and my speed and my ability and my footwork to get out of the way of those punches. So then all of a sudden he's throwing at literally air.
It's
You
true.
can't land those punches on me.
Exactly. I've seen so many people talk about this. People who actually don't understand about fighting at all. But as I say all the time, every man thinks that he knows about fighting and football if you're from the UK. Oh, he should have done this, or he should have done that. Didn't use his jab enough. Shut up, lads. You've got a big fat beer belly and you've never even put a pair of 16-ounce gloves on in your life. Anyone can do a little bit of training and look really good on the pads. In fact, I know people who are incredible on the pads. You spar them and they're a bag of shite. And there's other people where it's the other way round, where they're incredible at sparring and then terrible on the pads. The pads help with your coordination. They help you drill the combinations. But if you're learning a 1-2 left hook right hand, doing that on the pads is no problem. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. But now all of a sudden, if there's someone in front of you, you get halfway through your combination, you get cracked in your face. When you got someone punching back, it changes the game. And that's why Tyson did look quite good in the first and second rounds, because Jake hadn't really landed much yet. As soon as Jake landed, that just changed the entire course of the fight. And Mike Tyson was never the same since he got rocked.
Was he hard to hit?
He was hard to hit. He was elusive. I was missing
I can't believe he can move like that.
a lot of punches. I don't know how he gets off to the side like
You know what's
that.
impressive is after he gets off to the side, and then he'll come up and parry a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he's still like tuned in with his defense. His defense was impregnable, impetuous. Are you happy with the way the night went down?
I wish he would have, put up a better fight, so then I could have risen more and done more. And he was surviving.
He was.
So
So annoying.
that was the only thing I didn't like.
So annoying when they don't bring the fight to you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say an unpopular opinion right now. Jake Paul could have knocked Mike Tyson out that night, but he chose not to, for whatever reason it was. I initially thought this fight wasn't fixed, and then I seen some of them silly TikToks, and I heard that Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to throw certain punches, and I was like, yeah, it might have been fixed then. And then I thought about it logically again, and I was like, nah, I don't think it was fixed. I think it was legit. It was just a young lad fighting an old man.
But he got you with a couple punches. How did they feel?
Nothing. Didn't feel a thing, to be honest.
Bro, your cap.
I'm literally being honest, bro.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Bro, your head is so big.
It didn't hurt. He didn't really land anything.
No, because your head is, I just
even
tell you,
the
you
one
can just
he
take
landed-
impact like crazy.
Even the one he landed, I saw it coming and I went like this. And it
It's true, Mike Tyson didn't really land much. So we've refuted the first bit of evidence, the fact that Mike Tyson was pulling his punches. He was pulling his punches because he was swinging at air. He couldn't catch Jake. Also, that's exactly what I said in my prediction. Where are all the haters now? The amount of people who were in my comments saying that I don't understand fighting, and who am I to have a YouTube channel when I was the one who was right all along, you little knobheads. We can all have a difference of opinion, but people get really, really angry when your opinion differs from theirs. Fragile ego, little low IQ fuckers they are. But yet Mike Tyson couldn't let his hands go, particularly after the middle of the third round, because he was getting tagged and rocked. Jake Paul took pity on him and didn't try and push the action. Now, the piece of evidence that we've probably all seen that really pointed towards this fight being rigged was that in the contract, it was said that Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts. But this was said by NFL legend Michael Irvin. And this article says, Michael Irvin claimed it was Tyson that was being forced into holding back due to a mystery clause in the contract. And I saw someone else say that it was in the contract, no uppercuts. They had it in the contract. Come on, guys. Why wouldn't Mike Tyson throw an uppercut? So it's basically just hearsay. So basically a friend, of a brother, of a cousin's, of a sister's, friend heard through the grapevine that Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts. It's not confirmed, guys. Now, I would say the ultimate biggest piece of evidence that pointed towards this fight being rigged was the fact that Mike Tyson got paid more the longer that he stayed in the fight. So if he went the full 8 rounds, he was going to get the full amount of money. If he knocked out Jake Paul in the first round or even got knocked out himself, he was going to get less money. Now, I don't know if this has got something to do with Netflix wanting to milk the amount of viewership that they got. The longer the fight goes, the more people that are going to come to their platform. Or did it have something to do with just Most Valuable Promotions, Jake Paul's company, just solely them? Regardless, if that clause was legit, then yet that's not really good. Does that make the fight rigged? No, it doesn't, because that doesn't mean that Mike Tyson still couldn't have won the fight. He could have beat Jake Paul on the scorecards or finished them in the 8th round or the 7th round and still got paid pretty much the full amount of money. So was it rigged in terms of the amount of outcomes that can happen in the fight? Yes. But was it rigged in terms of influencing who was going to win? Not really. Although you could make an argument for it, because we knew the longer the fight went, the less Mike Tyson has got a chance. So depends which way you look at it, really. What do you guys think? Comment all your thoughts down below. I mean, I think this topic is well and truly done right now, but I had that podcast clip sitting in my reaction playlist and I needed to do it, and I didn't really feel like reacting to anything else tonight. Man's got a life, responsibilities, and a new kid on the way. I'm absolutely done in half of the time, so it is what it is. YouTube recommends that you watch this video, and I've also got a fitness channel right here. I've just uploaded a new video. It's more informative. It's a completely different style of content than this. Check it out if you like, but only subscribe if you're interested in the content. Okay, peace out. See you tomorrow.